Are you sitting on a pile of cash right now, just waiting for the perfect moment to buy a new MacBook Pro? Well, you need to stop right there. Don't click that buy button just yet. You are not crazy for thinking that something feels very strange about Apple's timing lately. If you have been following the tech world, you know that Apple loves to play a game of hide and seek. They pretend like nothing is happening, while behind the scenes, they are preparing to drop a massive bombshell. Something big is coming as soon as next week. If you buy a laptop today, you might regret it for a long time. The stars are aligning, the leaks are pouring in, and the Apple Store is giving us some very loud hints. Apple has quietly sent out invitations to a very small and select group of creators. This is for something they are calling an Apple Experience in Los Angeles. This event is set to run from January 27th to January 29th. Now, notice something important here. There is no flashy keynote announcement. There is no public live stream link on YouTube. It is all very low-key and quiet. This is exactly how Apple handles what we call stealth launches. They put the right people in the right room, and then suddenly, a press release hits the website. One of these invites was shared by a creator named Peter Mara. What makes this interesting is that Peter was also invited to the iPhone 17 Pro event back in September. This means this isn't just a casual meetup for coffee. This is a business move. The calendar tells a much bigger story than just a meeting in LA. On Wednesday, January 28th, Apple is officially launching their new Creator Studio bundle. This bundle is a big deal for professionals. It rolls together Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Pixelmator Pro into one package. These are heavy-duty tools for video editors, musicians, and designers. Now, ask yourself this. Why would Apple launch a pro-level software bundle without some fresh pro-level hardware to run it on? It would be very strange to push these powerful apps without showing off the power of the new M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. And then, look at Thursday, January 29th. That is the day of Apple's big quarterly earnings call. Apple has a very long history of slipping new products onto their website right before these calls. It allows them to mention new product momentum to investors without needing a giant stage event. If you look at the Apple Store website right now, the evidence is hiding in plain sight. Delivery times for the current high-end M4 Max models are slipping fast. In the United States, if you try to order a custom-built 14-inch or 16-inch MacBook Pro with an M4 Max chip and high RAM, the delivery dates are being pushed back into late February. In some extreme cases, they are even moving into mid-March. This is not a small glitch in the system. When shipping dates stretch out by a month or more, it usually means one thing. Apple has likely slowed down or stopped the assembly lines for the old model. They do this to clear the runway for the new model. They don't want to have too much old stock sitting in warehouses when the M5 Pro and M5 Max are ready to take over. We also have to remember what happened back in October. Apple already updated the base 14-inch MacBook Pro with the standard M5 chip. It was a very quiet update. There was no big presentation, just a refresh on the website. This left the MacBook Pro lineup in a very awkward spot. We have the entry-level M5, but the Pro and Max versions are still on the M4 architecture. Historically, Apple doesn't leave this gap open for very long. The M5 exists, so the M5 Pro and Max must be right around the corner. Everything is pointing toward a late January launch. This matches exactly what Apple did in January 2023 with the M2 Pro and M2 Max. They skipped the big event and just dropped a press release. So, what makes these upcoming M5 Pro and M5 Max chips so special? Why should you wait for them? The rumors are very exciting. There is talk that Apple is moving toward a more modular chip design. Instead of one single, giant integrated structure, the chip might be built with separate sections for the CPU and GPU. This is a massive shift in how Apple Silicon works. For you, the user, this could mean much more flexibility. Imagine being able to customize a machine with a massive GPU for 3D rendering without being forced to pay for a high-end CPU that you might not need. It is a smarter and more efficient way to build a computer. We are also expecting a move to PCIe 5.0 storage across the entire Pro line. This means your file transfers and video exports will be faster than ever before. Even if you don't care about the technical details, you will definitely feel the speed. However, I have to give you some honest advice. You should keep your expectations grounded. Externally, these laptops are probably going to look exactly the same as the ones in the store today. We are expecting the same aluminum chassis, the same ports, and the same liquid Retina XDR displays. The big changes are all happening on the inside. If you are already using a MacBook with an M3 Pro or M4 Pro chip, this update might not feel like a huge leap. You might not notice a massive difference in your daily tasks. But if you are still using an old Intel-based Mac or even an early M1 machine, the jump to the M5 Pro is going to be incredible. It will feel like moving from a slow bicycle to a space rocket. There is also one more thing to consider. Some rumors suggest that even bigger changes are coming in late 2026. We are talking about OLED screens, thinner designs, and maybe even touchscreen support. But 2026 is a long way away. If you need a powerful computer for your work right now, you cannot wait forever. The M5 generation represents the most polished and refined version of Apple's current design philosophy. It is safe, it is powerful, and it is incredibly efficient. Apple is clearly focusing on getting this modular architecture right. They are not rushing it. They want the Pro and Max chips to be perfect because these are the machines that the world's best creators rely on every single day. My best opinion is this. If you have a professional workload and your current computer is struggling, wait just one more week. Keep your eyes locked on the Apple newsroom next Tuesday or Wednesday. The timing with the LA event and the earnings call is just too perfect to be a coincidence. Apple is clearing the shelves and getting ready for the next chapter of the MacBook Pro. If the M5 Pro and Max launch next week, you will get the absolute latest technology for the same price you would pay for an M4 model today. It is a win-win situation for anyone who can be patient for just a few more days. The future of the MacBook Pro is literally around the corner. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends who are looking for a new laptop, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a breaking Apple update. We will be covering everything the moment it drops.